Tonight on the Chokeslam Wrestling Report, we're gonna go through the breaking news that is happening from WWE, the all the wrestlers that are being released at this time when this virus and this epidemic is happening. Very bad times for a lot of these wrestlers being let go. Also, the report that Linda McMahon gave $18.5 million to the Florida government just on the time when McMahon wanted to do live events. Kind of shady, isn't it? That and much more on the Chokeslam Wrestling Report. And we're back, guys. This is the ultimate one. I want to thank those who subscribed to my channel and have supported this wrestling podcast on YouTube. We're going to go through all the stuff that has happened, the breaking news development today as the day was going by. We're now suffering some tough times, and of course, WWE is trying to put content out there. Apparently, the content they have recorded for, I don't know, maybe 6 weeks, whatever it was, wasn't good enough for Mr. McMahon, as he decided that he said he is essential, just like the regular news and all this media stuff. And apparently, we saw that he succeeded. And I was one of the first person in here saying, "Hey, wait, you think you're better than anybody? You God? How is it that the Florida governor is going to allow these guys to record live from Monday nights, SmackDown, NXT, because they have a shutdown in Orlando, and it looks like the government gave them um, that that right for them to how you call it to do to do the shows live. Now, my thing is at this point, I was like, something must have happened. They were, you know, how in the world does WWE goes and they get the access to run shows from the PC Center, and after during the weekend, it was confirmed there was a on air talent, not somebody from the roster, but on air talent caught the COVID-19. They saying that it was by March 26th when all this stuff. This is when I guess when they have recorded all the WrestleMania stuff and all that stuff. But my thing was, how are they gonna allow this to happen, right? So I'm thinking, I'm saying to myself, Mr. McMahon is very close friends with Donald Trump. After Donald Trump, of course, has said that he was trying to get a couple of people um, to help him open the country and the economy, and Mr. McMahon is in that list. Now, is it a coincidence that why is Mr. McMahon in this list? And he's got Robert Kraft in there. He got a bunch of sports guys in there. Anyway, make the story short, I was saying, well, there's got to be some money involved in here, some type of deal that the WWE did with the Florida governor. Baby, they said, well, if you let us open, we'll give you Tampa the following year, and we could have WrestleMania in Tampa the following year. Because it's already been announced that Los Angeles is getting WrestleMania 37. So maybe WrestleMania 38 could have been in Tampa. But as I was saying to myself, wow, this is what we're doing now. We're probably calling the president because Donald Trump and McMahon are close, and maybe the president called the governor from Florida. They close, and I'm like, at first I was like, okay, something don't sound right here. In one of my Facebook group, I said there had to be some money be exchanged. That was just me, because this is what millionaires do. Favors. You do me a favor, I do you. You scratch my back, I scratch yours. So happens, Wrestle Talk reported that Linda McMahon put 18.5 million to the Florida governor. I guess to supposedly this super PAC to help Donald Trump get reelected. But as soon as they did that, the next day, they were given essential privileges for WWE to run the shows. Now, me as a wrestling podcaster, I wasn't too happy about it because I'm not thinking about McMahon. I really don't care about McMahon because McMahon is just another old man out of touch with business, and he's all about money. I'm worried more as a wrestling fan, all the wrestlers that are in this situation. Yes, they claim, oh, we got doctors, we got people who are involved in this stuff, but if one of their members of supposedly on-air talent, they're not saying who it is, on-air talent was caught the COVID-19. Listen, this is not something to be not be taken serious, all right? So I'm saying to myself, well, you know what? So one of these wrestlers are gonna get it, and if it happens, it's gonna be horrible because then they're gonna really get shut down by the government, whether they gave the $18.5 million or not. If another wrestler gets sick, and I'm sure WWE is gonna cover it because all these wrestlers got sick before WrestleMania. Then they were, oh no, they went home to quarantine. Why are they going home to quarantine? Because, you know. But anyway, so that was one of the things that I wanted to come up today in this podcast to talk about because I figure, this is nonsense. This is nonsense that that they shouldn't. They pay their way to be the only, sporting. If you want to put it on the sporting, to still be running, And meanwhile, MLB's closed, NHL is closed, the NBA was closed, the NCAA tournament was canceled. All these other sports stuff is closed. And yet WWE wants to be the only show in town. Not that AEW is, AEW, everybody's like, well, AEW is doing it. Well, AEW stuff is taped from the time that I think, was in Georgia. They taped all this stuff. All this stuff that you're going to see is taped. They're not having the wrestlers out there doing the crazy stuff. They're being taped. So it's not like, same thing with Impact. A lot of the Impact is still, you see Impact on TV, but a lot of stuff is taped. The Rebellion show is going to be taped. Everything is taped. So why is it that WWE can't have this stuff taped? Of course, as they brought up, because NBC, USA, and Fox, they were the ones that said, no, you cannot do tapings because you can only do tapings on the holidays. So they put themselves in a situation, well, so they claim, because why would you pay $18.5 million to the Florida governor or whoever they pay to make these WWE to do live events? You know what I'm saying? You didn't have to pay that money if you was forced by Fox and USA and NBC to put these shows up. Can you do like without putting no money in there? And I don't care. And I am going to see a lot of these WWE trolls. They're going to be like, oh, but still, you're still wrestling. Stop complaining, whatever. Listen, I'm going to complain because you guys don't put it in your head that you think a wrestler's like a cattle. Put them in there to entertain you for the hell of it. These are human people, human beings. These are individuals. They got families. You're going to put them out there and put them in this dangerous situation where there's an epidemic. It's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know what to tell you. You know what I'm saying, guys? I don't know what to tell you, but this situation is wrong. I don't care what anybody. And a lot of wrestlers were pissed off because they already had taped 6 weeks worth of taping. And now you're going to make these guys travel back and forth to show up. But anyway, but there was more. There was more stuff that happened during the day. So a bunch of wrestlers got let go. And some of them in this list kind of threw me off because I was saying to myself, wow, they let all these guys go. And some of them went under contract. So let's go with what's going on here. The list of WWE releases including talent, producers, and more. Deonna Purrazzo, who was in NXT, who the last time I saw her, she was in Ring of Honor. And she left, I think it was 2015, 2016. She left to NXT. I haven't seen her wrestle, and I don't know what happened, but she was another one they got let go. So all these wrestlers, they got let go today. The following list are Carl Hawkins, Carl Anderson, who signed a 5-year contract with Luke Gallows, and they let him go. Lio Rush, who had issues with WWE because he had his girlfriend or wife behind the the locker room when she wasn't supposed to. There was a big thing going on. They gave him the NXT title belt. Don't know what. He's gone. Jake Maverick, who used to match EC3 and back in TNA, and was one of the former 24/7 champion. He got let go. He just put around 2:49. He put um, a a Twitter video thanking the fans and crying because he says he's still going to be part of the cruiserweight tournament, NXT cruiserweight tournament, and those three matches he has. So I guess he probably is going to be winning a couple of matches, and he's saying that he thanks the fan, which is sad. And he said it's a horrible time because a lot of people are losing their money, losing their jobs, which is true. So he's gone. EC3, WWE brought him in to do NXT. When they brought him up in the roster, they didn't do nothing with him. He's gone. EC3, a talented wrestler. This is the second time WWE has let him go because a couple of years before he became EC3, they had let him go from the Florida. At that time was Florida Championship Wrestling or whatever it was back then. Luke Gallows, like I said before, was for the OC, so that's I guess there won't be no more OCs because supposedly word was that AJ Styles was going to be out for a couple of weeks, so they were not going to be on TV, so they let them go. Eric Young, another guy who had the insanity. They didn't do no good run with him, only in NXT, and when he went to the roster, lost talent right there. Guy's gone. Heath Slater, he was this guy. I don't feel bad for him because he just stood there because for the money, and he's now gone. Kurt Angle, he was retired. I'm sure he's not hurting. I mean, probably he probably had the legend deal. Now he's gone, former Hall of Famer. Aiden English gone. Mike Chioda, the referee who's been there since 1989, he got let go. Sarah Logan, the wife of Eric Rowan, gone. Not Eric Rowan. I'm sorry, the guy from War Machine, whatever his name is. Eric Rowan got let go. So he's gone. Primo, which I'm not surprised. Primo's in Puerto Rico wrestling for his father's promotion, so I don't know why they kept holding him. Epico, he got let go. Mike Kanellis, who was signed a 5-year deal after he had asked for his release, and they weren't trying to give it to him, and now he's gone. Maria Kanellis, gone. Of course, I mean they're both going to be. Zack Ryder, gone. He wasn't on the list this morning. No Way Jose, gone. Rusev, gone. So all these wrestlers have been gone. So, it is sad that WWE had to do this and that we all know that this is a situation, and it's understandable because it's a financial situation that WWE got themselves into. Because, and I'm going to mention it, the AEW effect made WWE do a lot of stupid stuff by signing all this talent to keep them hostage so they don't go to AEW. Nobody saw this epidemic coming. Nobody saw this was going to happen. And now they had to let go of all these wrestlers, including Rusev. Rusev, I'm surprised they didn't let go of Lana. So I guess I think Lana signed. So it doesn't make sense to keep Lana if Rusev is not there. So he's gone. So my opinion on this is it's horrible because now all these wrestlers don't have a job. A lot of these wrestlers, they may not be picked up by any of these promotions. I could see a couple of them where I think they're gonna go, and I could go into it right now. Um, but it's sad. It's very sad what's going on. Um, Deanna Perrazzo, I could see her probably going to AEW. So that will mean Kurt Hawkins. He can land in probably in MLW or Impact. Carl Anderson and Gallows, I could see them going back to Japan and joining the Bullet Club brothers. I could see that happening. If they, I don't see them going to AEW. AEW is jam packed with too many tag teams. The Revival just got let go last Friday, and now they're heading to AEW. You know that's gonna happen. But why would you bring Luke Gallows and Anderson in there unless you get rid of one tag team in there? And Butcher and the Blade, they're not gonna let them go. I don't see any tag team leaving from AEW. But um, that's crazy. I don't understand that. Lio Rush, This guy, he brought a lot of problems into the locker room. I don't see him going to AEW. I could see him going to Ring of Honor, where he was a good competitor over there, and maybe he could do a run for the TV title on that side. Drake Maverick, he could go back to Impact. I could see him going there. EC3, he could fit in AEW. He could fit. He could go back to Impact, but I don't see him going to Impact. He could go to MLW, NWA. I forgot this guy's an NWA host. Like I said, Kurt Hawkins could go to NWA because NWA Power is still around. Eric Young, you could see him maybe retiring, probably, or going to a smaller promotion. I don't know where he fits anywhere. He's Slater, same thing. Nobody's gonna pick him up. Kurt Angle's retired, so he probably don't care. Aiden English, I don't know. He could probably go. He probably can end up with MLW. Also, Mike Chioda, the referee, he could go anywhere. He could referee anywhere he wants to. This guy got almost 21, 31 years experience in refereeing. Sarah Logan, I don't know where she could land at. I don't know. Maybe she could. I don't know. Maybe she could wrestle somewhere else. She could go to MLW, or she could go because I know MLW was building their women's division. She could go to Impact, wrestle there. Eric Rowan. This is very, very interesting with Eric Rowan. Eric Rowan got let go after they already embarrassed him with that fake spider. Now they let him go, just like they did Luke Harper. His contract expired. I do not see Eric Rowan landing in AEW. I do not see it. And if they do, it's just be a stupid move because uh, Harper already said he wants to do his own stuff. He doesn't want to be part of a tag team. He doesn't want to be part of nothing. Eric Rowan could go probably to MLW, maybe NWA Power. He go because the guy's good. He's not a bad wrestler. He's pretty good. Primo, like I say, he's fighting his father's promotion. Epico, the same thing. Mike Kanellis could go back to Ring of Honor and join Matt Taven and create probably their version of the Kingdom because they right now Matt Taven is feuding with the two guys from I forgot freaking name. Um, two guys who used to be part of his kingdom. So that feud is still going on. Zack Ryder, I don't know where he could land at. Um, I don't see him. I don't see him anywhere. I mean, I could just I don't know where you gonna land. He could land at NWA. I mean, no way, Jose. Another one. Could go to Ring of Honor. Could go to Impact. I could see him in Impact. A guy. I mean, they never give him a chance to show his wrestling skill. He wrestled in NXT. A couple of good matches. Not great, but he was not bad competitor. They just didn't push him. Rusev. That is a surprise. Rusev got let go, even though he didn't sign a contract. He was like debating all that. So where is Rusev gonna go now? And that's the question. So all these wrestlers got let go, and like I said, WWE tried to hold all this talent, and they didn't see this coming. They didn't see the this epidemic coming, and now they're facing some financial situations, and now they have to let go of all these wrestlers. It's like 12, 13 wrestlers, whatever it is that they let go. A lot of them lost their job, and now there is no wrestling anywhere. So a lot of them are hurting, and they're gonna feel the pain depending how long this epidemic um, deals goes on. I mean, we in a hard times right now. So the with wrestlers not being let go, it's crazy. And like I said, out of that whole stack of wrestlers that I see in there, I could see Perazzo probably could end up in AEW. EC3 could land in AEW. Mike Kanellis could land in ECW. I mean AEW. I'm sorry. But the rest of this list, I can't see any of them in there. Rusev, I don't see him fitting in AEW either. So I could be wrong. But the biggest surprising out of all this, it was Luke Gallows and Karl Anderson. And the reason I say I am surprised because these guys signed a 5-year deal even after they were getting buried every week on WWE TV. They only had one title ring. They could have put them together with Finn Balor and made the Balor Club and run with it. They could have used them before that. Before Finn Balor had the Balor Club, they had the club with AJ Styles, and they didn't use them. All they did was bury them because, you know, Bullet Club was so popular. Bullet Club at that time was so popular. They was, everybody was wearing them. WWE way to show the fans like they do is let me put this thumb in their face because their factions don't mean nothing. The Shield at that time was the best thing going on, you know. And it's terrible. It's very terrible that this happened, and a lot of these wrestlers now without a job. The fact that WWE went and gave 18.5 million to the Florida governor or whatever the government over there in Florida, so they could continue doing live episodes of Raw, SmackDown, and NXT without caring for their health. And I don't care what anybody says. Oh, I'm being a hater. Let me explain something. When I point things out, okay, and you know that it's messed up, you go and call me a hater because I'm pointing out what they're doing wrong. You know what I'm saying? And I laugh at these clowns because that means you accept the garbage that WWE puts on TV. You accept all this stuff that is going on when you know that has nothing to do with WWE or wrestling. It has nothing to do with wrestling. So now they let go all these guys because now they're running low on money, and now they also what I'm seeing now is that McMahon. They filed for bankruptcy on the XFL. You can't file for bankruptcy when you only got 23% of stock or ownership of the XFL. So it makes no sense. And now the XFL is not coming back. You brought the XFL again to try to show that your failures back in 2000 or 1999, whatever the XFL came up the first time, okay, that you was going to prove that was a little bump. It was not a failure. You failed again the second time. And this time, you guys were not getting paid for the first year of the XFL. So Fox, I think it was ABC or NBC, or whoever was showing these XFL shows were not paying WWE. And this is why McMahon did that 15% on the stocks or his ownership, and he took out $84 million. So WWE's in trouble. I'm telling you right now, you guys don't want to believe me. There's so much stuff going on. They think because they're doing these empty arena shows or that they're gonna make a profit. I don't know how they're making a profit. That's all I gotta say. Unless the revenue is profits, but that's not. You still losing money. You're not doing live events. You're not. People may not even buy your pay-per-views because you're doing that Money in the Bank. Who knows? But right now, all they care is about the investors and the stock market. That's all they care. They don't care about us. They don't care about us fans. They don't care about none of that. So I just wanted to bring in this breaking news before anybody else does. If you like my show and my videos, give me that thumbs up. If you don't, leave your comments downstairs. I'm willing to read them. If not, hey, I got other people that will watch it, but I'm gonna keep it real. I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything, just to make you WWE trolls happy. I'm not sugarcoating nothing. What's going on here is crazy. They should have never held all these wrestlers hostage because they were hostage. They kept offering 5-year deals so they don't go to AEW. They had a bunch of people that they have on the contract and they didn't want to let go. So now you let all these guys go, and the two shocking guys in there, Rusev and OC's out of there. Okay, guys, thank you very much for listening to my video. If you guys want more information on me, you can check out the YouTube's, not YouTube, the Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. I'm everywhere. You can check it, your top links. You can click the links and it gives you all the information. Also, I have the audio podcast, the Chokeslam Wrestling Report, on Apple, Spotify, Pandora, iHeartRadio, and other audio platforms or podcasts that you got like to listen. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell for uploads on videos. So you get all the updated videos that I put. Like I said, leave your messages down there, whether it's negative or positive, don't matter to me. You got the right to your opinion, just like everybody else, just like I have my right for my own opinion. Until then, guys, stay safe out there. Remember, social distancing. Keep yourself away from each other for 6 feet until this nonsense go away. Until then, guys, have a good night.